Hi everyone and welcome once again to Ruby's Classic Cooking. And today I'm making banana muffins. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Anyway, I'm going to start off this recipe by measuring 2 cups of all-purpose flour into the bowl, which is already here. And this goes very quick and easy. Lovely muffins. You know, you can bake up a batch of these for yourself. Save yourself some time and money. You whip up a batch of these and you pop a couple of these in a reusable container or a Ziploc bag and take them with you to have with your coffee that you made at home. Save yourself a stop and $5 from paying for coffee and a muffin. And they're delicious. Need I say more? 1/4 cup of sugar, just regular plain old white sugar goes in there on top. Okay, right after my 1/4 cup of sugar, in goes 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Now this is baking powder, not baking soda. Big difference. So let me just add 4 teaspoons. 1, 2, 4. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm just gonna wing it and get 1/2 teaspoon in here, which is a teaspoon measuring cup, but at home use a 1/2 teaspoon measuring cup. I'm just being a little bit lazy today. That's my salt in. That's all my dry ingredients, and all I need today to make these are a spatula and a wooden spoon. So right now I'm just going to stir these together. It says to sift them, but who in the world owns a flour sifter these days? I certainly don't. And if I don't, probably you don't even know what a flour sifter is. That's okay, just put them in your bowl and stir them around so that they're all mixed together. And now, the muffin method is very quick. Now we're just going to add our liquid ingredients right on top of this flour mixture. And next thing you know, we'll be putting them in the muffin pans. So 2/3 cup of milk go in here. And don't worry, metric people, because all of the metric equivalents will be in the recipe when it's in my description box down below. 1 beaten egg, grade A large, white. If you like to use brown eggs, use brown eggs, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, it's a marketing ploy to make you pay more for your eggs. The shells are brown, the inside looks exactly the same. And I want to show you nice and yellow this yolk is somehow. How am I going to show you that? How can I show you that? How nice and yellow that yolk is? There. See how nice and yellow that yolk is? That's a regular egg from the grocery store, not organically grown or anything else. In fact, I bought organically grown eggs one time, and you know what? Their egg yolks were so pale they were almost white and tasteless. Maybe I got gypped by an organic farmer who wasn't feeding their hens properly. I don't know. But anyway, that was my experience with organic eggs, and I'll just go back to buying grocery store eggs. And 2 tablespoons of shortening, liquid or melted, okay? I just use a liquid oil, it's easier. 2 tablespoons full. Stir those together. And this is 3 mashed bananas that have been frozen. Sometimes you get bananas and somehow nobody eats them and they end up with those black skins. Well, that just means the bananas have gotten nice and sweet. And if you don't like black skin bananas, you know what? They're excellent for cooking. You just peel them, put them in a bag, kind of mash them lightly with your fingers, pop them in the freezer, nice and flat, and the next time you need mashed bananas or something, here you go. Ready to use. And I usually put 2 or 3 bananas in a package because that's how much usually my recipes call for. So in here goes my mashed banana. I mean, fresh mashed banana is good too. If you happen to have some bananas around that are looking kind of past what your family are going to eat. My husband is a complete banana snob. He will not eat brown bananas. He doesn't even like them if they have black dots on the skin, so that's okay. They're perfect for banana bread, banana muffins, banana chocolate chip cookies, and those recipes I already have videos of that are out there on YouTube, so have a look at them. So now I've got this rather unpleasant looking conglomeration. It's now going to add my liquid ingredients in here. And I'm just going to stir that up. And your batter will be lumpy, and that's a good thing. In fact, if you mashed your bananas with a fork, they'll be even lumpier than this, but that's okay. There's plenty of lumps in these bananas, even though it doesn't look like they are. Those look pretty nasty, but you know what? They'll make lovely golden brown banana muffins. And in fact, if you got a bit too much banana in here, you can always add a little bit more flour to give your banana muffins a bit more body. It says a cup of mashed bananas, but I never measure them. I just use 2 bananas or 3 bananas or 2.5 bananas, whatever I can get out of my mashed. Sometimes you have to cut a little piece up the banana because it doesn't look right, because it's, you know, bruised or whatever. Just use the unbruised parts of the banana, mash them up, and they work perfectly fine. Now you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 205 degrees Celsius, and you're good to go. I like to use, when I'm measuring out my batter, I like to use a 3 tablespoon cookie scoop. It measures out my my batter really nice and evenly. Let me go get my muffin pan, which mine is a stoneware one. Most of them are tin. Now, you can either line your muffin tins with paper baking cups, or you can grease them. I prefer to use muffin papers, baking papers, because it doesn't add calories to your muffins. And you can just take those papers off before you serve them. See, my batter's kind of lumpy looking, and it's got chunks of banana in it. Even though that bag didn't look very promising, the liquid absorbed, and now I have these lovely lumps of banana in here, which is great. Now I'm going to bake these for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. So I'm just going to measure this in here. And so you don't get a gigantic size muffin like you would get from the coffee shop, but you know what? You can always have 2. I like to put a nice big scoop in here, in each one of these. And if I have more batter, I'll just fill up this muffin top more, fill it more full. It says 2/3 of the way, but you know, whatever uses up all your batter. You can use a tablespoon from your drawer to measure this out with, but I find I have the scoop and I like using the scoop. It does a better job of giving me even muffins. And a better chance of getting them nice and neatly in here without having little blobs across across all of these places, which you don't want that to bake on your muffin tin because it's messy to clean up. Let me just finish these off by adding a little bit of extra batter on these muffins. Sometimes when I don't think I'm going to be able to get a 12th muffin out of my batch of batter, and I just scrape my bowl with my scraper, magically I have enough batter to make a 12th muffin. So be sure you clean your bowl out when you're done. Don't leave another muffin to be wasted. Don't leave that 12th muffin in the bowl. Make sure you bake all your batter. And don't go thinking, oh, I'll never eat 12 muffins, I live alone. You know what? Pop them in something freezer safe, pop them in your freezer, and take a couple to work with you, or whatever, eat a couple at a time. And if you have them in the freezer, you can just pop them in your microwave for 30 or 40 seconds to heat them up, and you'll have a lovely fresh muffin to eat. And it won't cost you like over $1. Or is it $2? I haven't even priced them at the coffee shops lately, but you know that $5 at the takeout window for coffee and a muffin every morning, if you did that 5 days a week on your way to work, that's $25 a week. And 4 weeks, that's $100 a month. So you have a $100 a month habit. And in the run of a year, 12 months, that would be like almost $1,200 a year. for coffee and a muffin. Now come on, don't you have something better to do with $1,200 than coffee and a muffin? I know I do. All right, here are my muffins, and they're all ready to go into my 400-degree preheated oven, 20 minutes. I'll be back in 20 minutes to show you what my finished muffins look like. And here I am back again with my muffins fresh and hot out of the oven. And if you think they might be sticking a little bit, just take a knife out of your drawer and go very carefully around the edges to kind of encourage them to pop out. Now, it says to let them cool for 10 minutes before you have any. That's so you won't burn your tongue on your fresh hot muffins. And if you want them warm, 20-30 seconds in the microwave. And or maybe less, depends on your microwave. Or in your toaster oven for a couple of minutes. Yes, well, I belong to the generation where we get introduced to microwaves fairly early in our lives. My mother's generation. My mother complained to my sister that when she put a bun in her microwave, it was as hard as a rock. She was just trying to heat it up. She said, I only put it in there for a couple of minutes. Yes, if you have any experience with the microwaves at all, you know that a couple of minutes in the microwave is like about 2 years in the oven. Anyway, I defy you to find banana muffins at your local drive-through coffee shop that will be as tasty as these guys. Now, let me just dump these out on my cooling rack and we'll see how they turned out. And here we are, my 1 dozen fresh hot banana muffins. See how quick and easy that was? Give this one a try at home and see what you think. Save yourself $5 at the takeout window. Bring your own coffee and your own fresh muffins with you to work. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope that you will like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and join me next time on Ruby's Classic Cooking. Bye for now.